Oh yeah. Welcome to Buckeyes and Friends. Shuffle up and stay a while. Here we go.
Hello, Buckeye and Friends again. So this is the second deck profile. If you've been following along, you've seen I did a cable one first, and I also posted the first game that me and Jose played with Bullseye against Eagle. Turns out he had Disney Plus cards in his deck. So we decided just to play that game out, but it wasn't going to count. But then we decided to play it later again that day after we both made changes to our deck. So I made just like about 6 changes, sent him the deck list. Then he built his deck, sent me his deck list. And then I made 2 more changes, but I'll go through all that during this deck profile so you can see the changes we made, kind of see what decision happened, and then there'll be a game video after this one. So you see this was the original draft board, where everybody originally started at, the MC's pick, so everybody at the top picked round 1, then the bottom started, went up to round 2, and then round 3. Both judges picked second, me and Earl, so Earl's in the finals. I'm in the top 4. Well, maybe in the top 4. Verna's definitely in the top 4, and Mitch is in the top 4. So going along, going over the home run powers again. So haven't been used much this tournament. I think maybe about 4 of them been used this game. I had them in my deck, but I had yet to use one of them. And there's some other people I think is probably in the same boat. They more so, smash in case of emergency type things. You've seen the MCI drafted. Here they go in my letter. The 2 Jose pick, and as I told you, I'm gonna stick with Bullseye. What the bracket looks like. You can pause if you want to look at, but I'm gonna move along. So I ended up with Bullseye. So like I said, I was banking on him playing the mayor. Once again, I was wrong. But the cool thing about Bullseye, if I'm able to level him, then he got red power that could just wound the face-up character, with of course that takes out the mayor. So that probably one of the reasons he didn't play him, but he still had a gun, still got some game against Eagle, so I was hoping that, had some game. I didn't think I thought Cable had bad game against Eagle than Bullseye, but Bullseye had great game against the mayor, so that's why I stuck with it. So power real quick, I could pay 2 yells to wound the face-up character, and once he KO 3 enemy characters, well, the party they support, because if you KO the main, you won the game. He gained an XP, and then he could pay 3 rares to rule the face-up main characters. Decklist, 4 Fish Tower, 4 yellows, and 4 rares. Most of this is used for him, but the yellows, I had other cards in the deck for this. So let's go right along to our... I don't have this in full screen mode. Somebody said something to me. Let's go full screen mode like it's a regular slide. So I'm tripping. Alright, well, I'm not starting over, but here we are. Okay, so these are the locations. Okay. And then we have my one drop with his solo. He would be great because with Bullseye, when I swing in, I get the +1, will put me in striking distance for Eagle on his level 1. And Zemo, if I pay the yellow, I can look at his hand. If he have the Star-Lord in hand, I can force him to discard, which you did see me do in the extra game if you watched that. My 2 drops, so the black cards is cards that was in my original deck, but then I end up swapping out. Because like I said, since we played a test game and he knew what my deck was, like, okay, I'm going to change a couple cards out, since he was going to be building his deck with my deck list. So I ended up dropping one of the leaders. He just didn't feel as impactful in the game, and I just felt 3 was enough, but, still kept my Demolisher. So here, I dropped the Egghead, and I dropped Awesome Android since we knew he wasn't playing the mayor, and it wasn't even on team, but we dropped one Egghead because I don't think I needed cards as badly. I mean, he's still good, but he just put it on the top of the deck. Taskmaster, and Tiger Shark. You see, I have 3 on the screen, but you'll see the extra cards I added to replace the ones I took out for the second game. And then, of course, Fang Leviathan is always pretty good. 4 costs for Whirlwind. And then after my 4th drop, I jump up to 9 for Dark Phoenix. Dark Phoenix is a problem solver, so it's always good to have a problem solver in deck just in case what you got don't do it. Equipments, the Nullifier, Darkhold, and Chimichanga. I mean, these are standard you would expect in villain, but Darkhold is good with the plot twist I have, so that would definitely beneficial if I'm able to get that off. Finally, Merc for Money. This helped me boost Bullseye up if I playing against Eagle to hit. Fair and balanced, same thing. Breaking the fourth law. I mean, getting a free support character out, and if I got Darkhold, I could play it twice and out of time. I know he didn't have the mayor, but since my deck was made for this, I didn't want to change it too much. These are the cards that were added. So I took originally for my initial deck, I took out 5 cards. I added 2 Massacre and then 1 extra Taskmaster, Tiger Shark, and Whirlwind. And then since he had my deck, this when he was building his deck, we was cool with me changing cards, so I didn't take out 2 more awesome androids and just made them 8 decks. So nothing huge. That's the deck profile. And since this is one of the chance we had my opponent deck profile, so I was able to see what he had. And as you see in here, there are only 2 cards that have a gun symbol play a huge role in this game towards the end. So I knew that going in. Most Eagle deck gonna stay on the low drop just because Eagle played the blue power to take his location and make them support characters. So and you can see the Disney. Basically, all he did is just take out his Disney Plus cards and replace them with cards. So that's the gist of this. You got to see my opponent deck profile for once. My deck profile, like I said, with the changes I made to it from the initial game, and yeah, you'll see the game video shortly. So hope y'all still enjoying this. I know there have been breaks in between here and there. This is episode 12 for week 4. So just like I said, any question, post it. I'll look at it, I'll respond, and we'll go from there. Have a good night.